हर व्यापार को दे पहचान, व्यापार जगत।
Welcome to Vyapar Jagat TV show. And today we all know that this world is a beautiful place to be in. And for some creative souls, it has its own heaven. And one of the soul, Mr. Vijay Gohil, is with us today, who is the founder and the owner of V Enhance Interiors, which is based in Mumbai from last 30 years, and who have done more than 300 projects covering up 1,82,000 of square feet. Welcome, Mr. Vijay Gohil, to Vyapar Jagat, and we would like to know you personally, but in your own words, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. I am much blessed and feel pleasure to be associated with Vyapar Jagat. This is one of the first things I've done so far in my career. So I'm very much excited about this interview. And I feel honored and blessed giving my services throughout so many years. And this is the first time, as I said, I'm connecting through such a big uh, forum. So as you have already introduced me, I will just repeat in my own words. My name is Vijay Gohil. I'm founder of V Enhance Interiors. I'm 52 years of age as of now, and I have 30 years of experience in this profession. I'm based in Borivali, Mumbai, and I work pan-India. So with my creative experience, I've completed more than 362 projects to be precise, which covers an carpet area of 1,82,000 altogether.
We,
That's a bit
we
about
are,
me.
it's much appreciable, and we would actually, I would like to ask you, how does it feel when when there is it's everything plain is there and you have to use your creative minds behind that. So how this idea started in your mind of starting up such a company?
Yeah, so basically it started to help people struggling with space. You know, in Mumbai or any other cities, there is a space crunch. People have a lot of requirements. People are adding their things and stuffs and materials. Their family is growing, but there is not enough space. If they go to buy a bigger space, then they have to shell out a lot of money. So that was a major concern, and that was a major care which I wanted to cater to. So that's why I started this interior designing business, where in Mumbai, which is the most expensive place in India, I guess, so there we take care of each and every inch of space and see to it that clients' requirements are fulfilled within that given space, and they are not burdened to go into a bigger space and shell lot out of money. So that was the basic idea. So basically to make the space more livable in a more better manner, in a more organized manner, with whatever creative services I can give by organizing the space and giving it an elegant decor.
So behind this idea, is there somebody who is like kind of working as your idol for you?
Basically, yeah. So whoever I have worked with initially in my initial years after completing my diploma, I worked with three architects and interior designers for almost 6 years just to get the basics right. I never wanted to jump into this profession or whatever I'm doing without getting the thorough knowledge out of it. So I've invested 6 precious years at my beginning of my career to get the experiences right and to give the best out of potential. So those are my three role models. They were of different personalities, and so I have gained experience of three different people with the three different perspectives, and which has molded me today whatever I am.
So you were well planned you were well planned while entering into this field. That is
Yeah,
what it
actually,
is
the
like to know.
calculations went wrong when I started after completing my diploma. I thought I'll be out in a year's time, like it would be 1 year's time, and I would be doing on my own. But when I went to it, then I thought, no, this is not the way to go about it. Means I don't want to deliver anything halfway. If I'm doing something, I want it to be given my 100% or more than that. So that is why it took quite a time to jump into it and to start my own.
So that is a learning point. So if somebody wants to jump into any of the profession, they have to be well prepared and they have to have a proper and a complete platform before entering that. Yeah.
See, if you're not learning in the initial stages, the client will teach you, the losses will teach you, and the sufferings will teach you. So it is either way. Either you learn and prepare before, or either you learn and prepare after you are getting losses or you are going into losses. So I don't believe in doing things afterwards. I believe to spend my energy, time, and money beforehand. So then I don't have to regret about it. Afterwards, there's no solution. You are stuck, you are suffering, and you have to do those things. That much time is going to go, that much energy is also going to go, and maybe the double the money is going. So it makes
Right.
sense to prepare well in advance.
I agree to what you say. So basically, how do you manage or how do you encourage your company culture, the employees' company culture?
Yeah, so my basically I am a very soft-spoken person, and I believe that customer satisfaction comes prime, irrespective of money, what fees, professional fees I'm getting, or whatever profits I'm getting. If I'm making my customer happy, then he's going to give me more customers. That is my basic funda, and that is what I am trying to inculcate in my culture within my company. I'm trying to make my team ready to be a Xerox copy of me. They cannot be exactly the same, but at least their value should match my values. So customer satisfaction comes first. Flexibility. Like clients want something, it's their home, it's their office. They want certain things. They want it the way they want it. But then keeping their requirements intact and delivering the best, that is a challenge and that is the art. And that is what I'm paid for. So I see
Right.
to it that they get their desired results as per their choices and within their budget, but with a touch of and professional.
Okay.
So I just help them out realizing their dreams.
Right. And how many employees you have, like in-house, or you are outsourcing certain people, or
Yeah.
are they
So
on are they like a consulting experts in your company?
yeah, so I have 5 professional interior designers who are already working with me, and when there are like the demand is more, I do give freelancing works to people whom I know, my ex people whoever have worked with me. So they help me out whenever there is a lot of demand. Apart from the team which is in office and interior designing and supervisors, I have a contractor team of around say 25 people who themselves have at least 15 karigars with them. So these are the people I am associated with, and these are the ones who have made my dreams true and my clients dream true. Because I have a vision, I know how to get it done, but that without teamwork, it is not possible. I alone
True.
cannot do it.
True. Absolutely, a well-maintained, completely like the atmosphere structure for the employees to work with such a go-getter boss. So I would just like to know, like, what is like, is was there any kind of incidents that took place when you had showed down to your client?
Uh, Actually, nothing has happened as such. I have never let my client down. Whoever has approached me have approached me through a client, and the existing client has always given so much word of publicity. So the clients also have come through a reference. So
Right.
there has not been actually as such moment where I have let the clients down or I have never denied a client. Maybe it's a small bathroom, a small office, a table. I've always done it because I believe small things leads to bigger ones. If I
Right.
start small, I'm sowing the seeds. The moment I sow the seeds, and if I nurture it, somewhere it's going to go into a big tree and give me fruits. Eventually, it may take time, but this is how I've always been. I've never denied making a table. I've never denied making a washroom also. So that's a secret or the reason I reached so far. And I still have clients of 3 generations. Like I've done for Dada Dadi, their children's and their youngsters, I'm catering now. So keeping the integrity and trust in the changing markets and a lot of people coming into the competition. But still the family has kept me for 3 generations. So that is an achievement I feel I've done over the years.
Indeed, it is an achievement. And while you spoke about the competitors, I would just like to ask you, like, why are you different from other competitors? Like, why only Behance Interiors?
Yeah. So I believe I may be overconfident, but I feel the customer who has once approached me and have got the work done from me once will never go to somebody else because that's a kind of value I've added to them. I give them the freedom to select, to choose, to speak their voice, to raise their thoughts. I don't impose myself. Okay, these are my designs and these are going to look nice and you have to do this only. That is not the way I go. So in terms
Right,
of budget also, all kinds of people have different budgets. So there
right,
are architects, interior designers who will not take a certain amount or a budget. If it is lesser than that budget, they deny the work. But I'm
hmm,
not the one. I will say, why this is your place. What is your budget? I will see to it that your requirements fit in this. So that is the plus point I am having above the other competitors. I also
right,
give them the flexibility of working with their team. My designs are there, my supervision is there, my execution would be there. The client can choose their contractors. I will see to it that the work is done as per the requirement.
Right.
even if the people are theirs. Again, there are interior designers who want their vendors only to supply the material. So I do not do that also. I say you can source it from anywhere. Only thing the selection would be mine. Okay, I would select a particular thing because without that, that result will not come, and whatever you are spending, you will not get the desired result. So I give total freedom to my client in terms of their budget, their space, their thoughts, their desires, their contractors, their vendors, or kya chahiye? Where will the client go? I think that's a
Right.
competitive edge I have, and very few people have come to my competition so far.
Yeah, the way you are following, the strategy you're following, and keeping your clients happy and peaceful at the same time, maintaining this quality of work is quite hard for other competitors who quite far. I mean, I could say there is no competitors much. Like we can't
Yeah,
even call them competitors.
correct.
If you deliver this quality of work to your clients.
Yes. Yes, and I wish to do that even at whatever less cost I get or lesser fees I get. But I do want to give the client their freedom, and they should have a smooth journey. It is a process of say 3 months, 4 months, or whatever interior works I do. It takes a time of at least 3 months. So they should enjoy the journey. They should feel like their hard-earned money is put into the right place. They are getting the value for them.
Right.
And ultimately, they are going to live in this space. If I am going to impose my taste, suppose I say I want to have a blue color, and they are not liking the husband or wife or the family, not at all likes a blue color, then what's the point of forcing that blue color into their homes? So it's as
I
simple as that. One has to understand their requirement, give them what they want in a best professional manner, and arranging and organizing those things with my professional expertise.
true. Truly agreed with you on this matter. So I just became very curious to ask you because people they get quite confused. Like initially they approach you in a way, कि हमको we want this kind of interior everywhere, and we want this and we want that, and they share their preferences with you, and then when you have a perfect design or whatever 3D logo part 3D kind of thing to show it to them, and then they again they come up to you and then they say, nay, 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 we don't want to do this, we have changed our mind, we'll have this and we'll have that. So how do you settle a design with such curious clients with whom I mean, I think you must have found such curious clients
Yes, yes.
across.
Most of them are. Most of them.
So how do
So
you
yeah,
deal with such people then?
yeah. So see, again, patience plays a key here. I'm very patient with my clients. I have all my ears for them. Whatever they say, I take into consideration. I see to it that first their concern is satisfied. Because without that, they are not going to trust me, or they are not going to make me even a single shelf. So that is the first thing. So as you rightly said, it's a time where everybody gives 3D and all. So I also give all them the 3Ds, the layouts. Even I give design options also, not in layout. So there's
Okay.
layout ground planning is the first thing people give. There are a lot of options they give. They choose from and then they settle for a ground plan. But for the elevations and the further designs also, I give them number of options. From that they can choose, and after they like something, then I give them a 3D layout. And again, for the see, one has to understand the other person's thought process because they are new to this field. If they would have been knowing everything, why would have they approached me? So it is my
Right.
duty to make them understand and make them feel comfortable, and rest assured that whatever is going to happen is going to look nice and be wow. So you have to handle them very carefully. One has to handle them that way and have patience with them. Whatever it's natural for a person to go here and there, get confused. क्या हो रहा है? मेरा इतना पैसा लग रहा है. आप क्या कर रहे हो? कैसा बनेगा? In spite of giving the 3Ds and in spite of showing all the things, it is natural. They cannot visualize this. So
Right.
you have to take them slowly, slowly, step by step, make them understand. Again, I make a mock-up for of everything. I do a kacha furniture for them, make them walk around. This is the space, this is the size. If you want to make some little changes, you can tell me now. So that is it's a gradual process, and I see to it that their journey is complete in the way they want. By taking them always with me. There are some customers who say, "Nahi, Vijay bhai, you do it now. We trust you. We have done number of works with you." But no, every place is different. Every time is different. So I insist that you come with me, be on site, be with me for selections, and see what I'm doing. So
Great.
that is where like it's all customers' choice. Whatever they wanted, I have to give that particular thing in a better manner.
So doesn't that affect your costing for them, because they once they have given their budget to
It
you.
does. It does. It
Yeah.
does. It
So
does.
there
It
I
does.
want to speak
But that's
with
the
you.
way I am, and that's the way I've succeeded. I feel that's my USP of succeeding. If I wouldn't have done that, people wouldn't have called me.
I understand. So at times you might have faced this variations about costing, and that part you
Yes.
keep it on
So
your
I
side.
put it across them that see, this is what we had planned for. This was the initial estimate, but now since you want these changes and since you want this materials to be used, this much variation is going to be there. So are you willing to go ahead or you want to stick the original idea? So it's their call. They decide, and everybody wants something better. So they
Right.
definitely spend more and end up doing better things.
And have you come across such customers who, like, you say, Vijay bhai, I had this budget and you are done over budget, and then after that, after finishing the work, there is a scene of kind of conflicts between you and your clients, related payment related conflicts or such thing like that.
Yeah, it
Have you
happened
faced that?
initially. It happened initially. So when I used to work on percentage basis, which is a general trend in interior designing market, from 5% to 15% people charge their professional fees. So somewhere I realized that's not helping me out because whenever the budget increases, client always thinks, okay, if their budget increases, my fees will also increase. And there are
Right.
designers who make the customer spend more so that their fees increases. So at one point, initial and very initial stages of my career, I decided I'm not going to do this. I'm going to charge a lump sum fees irrespective of their budget. So even they have decided if they want to spend 30 lakhs and end of the project they are spending 45 lakhs, but my fees remains the same. So and everything is transparent. Again, as I say, I'm taking them to the shops for the selection. I'm showing them this is a material which is in trend, this is within your budget, and this is a costing how it is going to be. If you want to go plus, it's your choice. So it's very transparent. The moment you are transparent, I think the conflicts are not there. At the end of the project, it's just the results are about to happen and people are much comfortable. They know what they have shared out. And again, if it is through my contractor or my vendor, then they can say, okay, your army is manga, your shopkeeper is manga. But it is
Right.
your shop, your contractor, and your people, your vendors. You are paying them with whatever best discounts you have taken from. So that conflict has, it used to happen initially, but I've taken care of it. Now there are no conflicts.
So that is what reminds me what you told me first, that you learned all the lessons and then you stepped into this
Yes,
profession.
yes, correct, correct.
Yeah.
But the learning never stops. Every day, every client, every space, everybody teaches you something or the other. There's no end to learning. If you set like, okay, I will learn and then start the profession, then I may not never start also. There has to be some time limit to it to start. Because every day there's a new place, there's a new challenge. There's a new
Right.
customer, his thought process,
Right.
his budget, his taste, his requirement. Everything is new. Every time it's a new challenge. All the
Right.
customers cannot be same. And there cannot be a thumb rule के ये ऐसा ही होना चाहिए वैसा ही.
Right. Yeah, because this is your field and every day you meet a different person and your client, they each of them has a different mentality, or they have a different perception in their
Yes,
minds about designs
yes.
and all. So to take care about all such clients, I just came across, like, you do retailing also, then you do residence also, and you do commercial also. So there would be certain standards for all these three different dimension of your business. Like, the way of dealing in commercial would be different from the residential
Yes,
dealing and
yes,
then the retailing dealing.
yeah.
So how you must be having like a certain you can't define it, but how would you guide us through a limelight on what is the difference of dealing with such interiors, like, because most of the learners would be watching this video, so
Yeah.
they can also have that guidance from your side, you way experienced. So can you just throw your guidance on that part?
In simple language, you have to speak the language where you are. If you're in Rome, you have to speak Rome. If you are in French, you have to speak French, France.
Right.
So it's as simple as that. You have to see what is the demand and what you are supposed to deliver. You cannot mix this and that. That's the
I
basic
understand.
out of it. And yeah, of course, everything is different. When you talk of residences, there are a lot of many people involved. The family is big, 4 to 6 to 8 people. They are neighbors, they are relatives. मेरे मौसी के घर पे ऐसा किया, आप आके देखो, मुझे भी ऐसा करना है. So you have to be all ears to all those people. There's a different
Right,
strategy of catering to the residential sector,
right,
and it's a lengthy process. Residences take more time to design and to execute. When it comes to offices, there are very few people, maybe partners or the team who is involved. There are no neighbors, there are no outsiders who wants to involve in that. And there's a time frame as compared to residences because the business is getting affected. People do not
right,
want to get disturbed; they want to start. So that client's decision also happens a bit faster. When we
right,
come to retail, then again it is much better. Like it's like the dates are set, opening inauguration dates are set, and you have to work the reverse way around. The date is set, and you have to
hmm,
function it accordingly. So those decisions are very fast, and the work is on a tremendous scale and a very fast scale. So all three things are different, and you have to give your inputs and your strategies that way.
right.
And again, the experiences teaches that.
Yeah. So, what was the most aha moment in your profession up till now?
Yeah, so I would say every project completion is an aha moment because when you see your creation coming up right in front of your eyes and you're just being there in that sitting or just standing there amongst within the creation which you have been dreaming of it, like you're visualizing that particular place and you want okay, this particular thing should come like this, it should have this color, it should have this texture, it should have this kind of lighting. And when it comes into that actual world, when it is realized, then that's an aha moment for sure for each and every project it has been so far over the years there has been no change and again seeing the customers happy after
Hmm.
the turmoil or after that process of going through for the 3 or 4 months
Hmm.
and now since the project has come up and everything is in front of you and there are people or guests coming in and they're saying oh what a creation, so that's an aha moment and that's a satisfaction which is beyond words and beyond money as well.
Right.
Yeah, but one of the most things which I have done so far and which I loved so far is an office which was around 4,000 square feet. So this particular company believes in making all the offices of different themes. Nowadays, the
Right.
theme-based interiors is very much in. So we decided to give them a theme of let's get nature's indoors.
Okay.
It was all green to get the greenery indoors without should not look like a jungle also.
Yeah.
So that was one particular thing. It came before lockdown. We had to go through the lockdown, wait, again implement, again reorganize, redesign. But after the project, like after the completion, it has come very much wow. And that was something which has brought my creativity to best of my potential. See, there are some clients and there are some projects which challenges you to give your best.
Right.
Ordinary things, certain things doesn't work. You have to think out of the box. You have to give them something which they are demanding and go beyond that. So
Right.
that was one project which gave me, it was last 2 years back. So I still that so far that is one aha one for me. And of course all the projects always.
God bless you because you're doing wonderful work and creating a paradise kind of a structure from the scratches for your clients. So I suppose, yeah, each moment would be an aha moment for you. And we were just talking about, and we came across the word lockdown. So how did enhance interiors survived in this lockdown, the COVID lockdown which we had? What was the biggest struggle or biggest challenge you faced during this COVID lockdown?
Yeah, actually it was an unprecedented time. Nobody knew what's going to happen. And I
Yeah,
was also under the fear that how the demand will come on, whether the clients would be there or not there. As soon as the lockdown opens, will there be people spending money on
right,
interiors? Because of course it comes into a luxury segment to some extent.
mm,
It's not
right,
more of an requirement. People can just buy furniture and start living or having an office. But then, by God's grace, I was not affected. Just before lockdown, I had two projects, 3 BHK projects, two projects about to start. It was just that the registration was not done for that particular client. And since the lockdown happened, they couldn't do that. So I started working on those two projects, taking the clients into comfort and every alternate I used to send them something or the other. Like this is what I'm looking at. This is how it is going to be. This is your bedroom. So I prepared all the groundwork of those two projects within during the lockdown time and made the comfort made the client very much ready. So as soon as the lockdown was over, I had those two projects and one more project also came into during the lockdown, just before the opening. That so I had three good projects which were sufficient, and after that, yeah, I had some doubts whether market will come back or it will not, it will have demand. So I also got associated with some networking institutes, some just health, this, that. But touch wood, by God's grace and with my clients and my rapport, it has not affected. And of course, I use that time to prepare myself and to upgrade my skills and all. So that was one good opportunity to upgrade oneself. That was quite a time to upgrade your skills and see the future, how it is going to be, or how you're going to cater differently when the market opens up. So
Excellent.
that was a time well utilized actually.
Right, right. I understand. So again, we spoke about certain doubts. So how would Mr. Vijay Gohil, when somebody has a doubt, self doubts. So how do you overcome your self doubts if you had any during the whole journey of We Enhance Interiors up till now?
So I believe, I think you have also mentioned that there are two kinds of doubt. One is self-doubt and one is that other person or other people or the dunya is doubting you. So when
Yeah.
it comes to self-doubt, I just face it head on. Whatever I doubt or whatever I fear, I just face it head on. I just do that thing once, twice, thrice, and see to it that fear or that doubt, how to do it, which way to do it is gone, and it becomes normal. And then there are again that upcoming doubts are always there. So you keep yourself growing up and up and just going ahead of it. And when it comes to doubts about people, people will think the way they want to. I just keep quiet, keep doing my thing. Success speaks louder than words. So I
Right.
don't speak much. I say, let my work happen, and you will see what the result is. So it's proving yourself, proving your talent against their doubt. It's as simple as it.
Okay.
The other person may
And
have 100 doubts, but you give them 110. So then they might come up with, but that doesn't matter. At least you have performed your best. So that's the way I deal with self-doubt as well as people's.
okay, that's a wonderful way to overcome your self-doubts. You keep doing things kind of with that stubborn nature कि मैं हार नहीं मानूंगा मेरी जिद
True,
है मैं
true.
करता रहूंगा. So I suppose that it implies a lot on you, and
Yes.
it's really a wonderful message not to give up and keep
Yeah.
trying your.
Because if you run away from those things which are bothering you will never be able to address them or you never be able to settle them. You have to face them head on, have one to one with them, and just sort it out. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes strength, but it happens eventually. It will.
Yeah, I can understand that. So, Mr. Vijay Gohil, we would like to know on a different beat of this note. We are talking much on the professional ground. So, has it happened at your place, your wife or your family, they tell like इंटीरियर चेंज कर दो, आप लोगों का करते हो, घर का भी कर दो, बहुत पुराना हो गया है, like that kind of situation have it arise like
Yeah, it will happen. It happens often whenever I take them for an inauguration or a housewarming. They are there and then see, oh, yeah, this is new, let's do this, let's do that. It happens, yeah. It is a part, and it's human nature. Whenever we see something, we have a desire of everything. It
So
happens, yeah.
do you keep on changing the interior or you
No,
tell
no,
that
no,
we it's
not
not going to
always.
change?
Of course, I keep doing as per the requirement, not as per the ambience part of it or decor part it. Whenever the requirements of the family changes, and I feel, okay, now this is outgrown, the children are outgrown this, and they need something better. So I do that, yeah, which is
Yeah.
necessary. It's not that it's change the wallpaper and this and that. If it's wear out or something, then it's good, but not just for the sake of doing things.
Okay. So it's really talking great on your professional grounds, which also defines your inner strengths as well. And now we'll take a quick rapid fire kind of round, where I won't allow you to speak much about you just in words. So can
Yeah, sure.
I start that? Okay, three words that can define Mr. Vijay Gohil.
Self-made, creative, humble.
There it goes. You are humble, obviously. And three applications which you cannot do without in your day, every day.
WhatsApp and Pinterest as of now.
Okay.
These are two
And
things. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Please go.
no, it's okay, sir.
Yeah.
And And one more is missing. I asked
Oh,
three and you answered two.
yeah, I think these are the two things which I use often. WhatsApp
Okay.
is one thing which we cannot do it because all the communications are happening through WhatsApp. Even the clients are interacting. And Pinterest is one thing where we seek inspiration from. So these are the two apps.
Right. Your biggest three weaknesses. We spoke about your strengths, but we want to know your three weaknesses.
I dream a lot. I want to become a big person. That may be a weakness. I can call it it's a weakness. I dream a lot. I want the things to be better and better. If I've achieved a level, I feel I should go beyond that and it should be more better. So that is one thing. Second is intolerance towards unexpected result. Cannot tolerate unexpected result. It has to be perfect. It should be the way it should be.
Right.
So of course, again two. Now I will find the third one as
Your backbone at home.
my family, my wife, my two children.
Quite quick. And one word for this world, because you are a creative soul. How would you define this world in one word?
Creation, creation. It's all creation everywhere. Wherever you are created, I am created. The world is created. All the nature is created. It's creation.
That is what a creative soul will always look for.
Yes.
Okay, that was really wonderful talking with you about your business, about you. And one more last message for those inspiring and aspiring viewers and who really wants to start up a profession in the same field. So, what message would you like to give them as an
Yeah,
experienced
I can give them a long message. I would say acquire the knowledge, all the knowledge you can in the world. And when you step out to deliver, give them the best. You are playing with their space, their hard earned money, their dreams. This is not a
right?
product. It's a hard earned money, it's a hard earned dream. When people buy office or a home, they have struggled for years. It's a dream which they have been able to realize. So it's a responsibility. Be careful not to play with their emotions and their hard earned money and their feelings. So do whatever it takes to deliver and fulfill their requirements and their dreams. Because things doesn't happen easily. When we go out to buy a place, we know that how expensive it is and how many years it takes to buy a premises. And when we do interiors out of that place, it has to be the way they want it. We cannot just take it lightly. It's a huge responsibility. It's like a lot of things involved in it, and the deliverance has to be to the point. It has to be perfect, perfect, and perfect. And to get that perfection, one needs to do whatever needs to be done. Give 100%, 200%, whatever it takes to be, and achieve as much as experience, as much as knowledge you want, and give that much time and energy to that project or that creation. That
Absolutely
will that will
wonderful
keep
message.
that keeps the client faithful, that grows my company, and that keeps the faith in the industry intact. If I do something wrong with my profession, my name is spoiled, my company name is spoiled, and people will look at this industry from a different angle, which should not happen. The industry should survive, it should flourish, and I'm the first person who is responsible for the industry.
Wonderful, wonderful message. And it was such a wonderful feeling talking with you and learning about the skills and how patiently you're moving, because surviving in this profession from last more than 30 years is an achievement in itself, because mostly people give up with the idea and the concept, and they get self-doubting because of few misunderstandings with the customers. So this is basically your branding. We enhance interiors, and this is the story of Mr. Vijay Gohil and the secret recipe of maintaining his business. So it was wonderful talking with you, sir, and it is our pleasure to be connected with you and learning so many things from you.
It was wonderful talking to you as well as connecting with Vyapar Jagat. I'll see to it that I'm always associated with Vyapar Jagat, and I will like to receive as many awards from you all as much as I can.
Sure, sure, sure.
I'm
You are
happy
going
to
to
be in this profession. As the name says it all, it's we enhance interiors because you deserve a better space.